Good to go, Mark. Hey, Frank, just want to check on Monk for sure and Kendrick Nunn. Do you have their availability?
Yeah, Kendrick's still warming up via game time decision, and Monk is available.
And then, Frank, how much of your lineup and rotations tonight has to do with what you saw from your team in the preseason versus the specific way that Golden State plays and matching up with them too?
Yeah, it's mostly about us. We want to have a lineup that will be able to play against whoever we're playing. And when you get to playoffs, then you can start tinkering with starting lineups and whatnot. But hopefully you can find something consistent. Starting one way, on opening night doesn't necessarily mean that that's what we're going to sell on for 82. We can shift along the way, but it's really predicated on us more than our opponent.
And would that go the other way too, with the way that Golden State's played Russ, for example, in the past, and how much of that do you expect to see in that counters for versus it being the first game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've seen them a ton. We've seen their system a ton, so there's familiarity there. You just have to execute. That execution.
Go ahead. Just Avery Bradley. How involved were you in getting back? And is he going to be able to play? And what does he bring?
Yeah, he's available tonight. He'll be active. His first time being with our team was in our pregame walkthrough that we had. So it's unlikely that I'll throw him in there, but he's available if we need him. He just came from their camp. But there's an integration piece, that I think there's other guys who are going to play above him. And he's just a guy obviously that we respect. Has been part of our program the last couple of years, 2 years ago, more specifically. And he's someone that when he was waived, felt like he could help us.
Frank, are you willing to share your starting lineup for tonight?
No.
Frank, what have you seen from Kent Bazemore since he came to camp and the time he has spent with those last two regular season games, LeBron, Russ, and AD? How does his game complement their game?
Well, the reliable shooting, I think is the biggest thing offensively. You want to have somebody that can guard, that can kind of take the assignment of guarding the other team's best player, and still have that, reliable shooting spotted up around our three horses. I think he's shown flashes in the preseason of being elite defensively, and then shown flashes where he's still, getting up to speed with how we do things. And I think early on in the season, there will be, obviously an adjustment period for him, just like there is for all of us. But ultimately, I think he's going to be really good for us.
Hey, Frank, another question about Avery. Is it fair to assume that the last time you guys saw him was that last game here before the shutdown, March 10th, 2020? And then,
yeah, go ahead.
And I was going to say, and then he's the one guy who did not join you guys in the bubble. Is that something that that he needs to address with the guys who are here, or that you guys talked at all about before bringing him back? We just kind of did that history.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. We played Miami. We played.
Oh, that's right.
I saw him last week.
Okay.
We played Golden State.
Yeah.
So we've been in touch all the way through. And he made a personal choice based on his family during the pandemic. Where there's a lot of fear, around the world. So we're welcoming him back with open arms.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, Frank, kind of a history question here. Where do you put the rivalry with Steph and LeBron in the context of other great rivalries in this league?
I honestly don't put a whole lot of thought in it. Obviously it's very impressive. I think until last year, one of those two won the championship for some insane amount of years, 8 straight years or something like that. Two of the game's greats. And, I don't know where it ranks in terms of other rivalries and whatnot. My mind's too much on the game.
Frank, what were the big? You guys had capable bigs last season, but it seemed like there was a philosophical shift to kind of go back roster-wise to the way that things were in 2019 and 2020. What were the things that you think this team missed most from having two kind of big physical centers, and what did you like most about adding those kinds of players back?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the centers we had last year did a good job for us. these guys are just, they're different, obviously Dwight returning and DJ coming in and, being another big like Javale was for us. Just I think the athleticism at the rim, the shot blocking, and the vertical lob spacing, right? To me, like the lob spacing is every bit as important as 3-point spacing. If you have that target up in the rim, it puts a lot of pressure on defenses, and those guys, play that role probably better than last year's center. But those guys did other things well that helped us too.
Coach, with regard to so many new faces for the Lakers, what was the biggest challenge from starting camp to maybe here to opening night that you guys faced in getting everybody on the same page?
Turnovers, and I think it's part, newness and part, let's just say plus 10-year vets playing in the preseason. There's just more carelessness involved, and hopefully that's behind us. I'm sure there's going to be some miscues, but just going to get everyone on the same page with ball security.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.